We're here reporting live on location for today's DM Debrief. We're here with Sam, aka Bjōlan, aka main character syndrome much?
Oh man, I don't know about that. Your final fighter, Bjōlan,
The final fighter Bjōlan.
future king.
Currently, yes, I think we've talked about this a little bit before, but it's just by nature of you being the person leading them around, you've sort of stepped into sort of head character role,
Which is kind of a funny place to be, because as contradictory as it seems, our youngest player, Wyatt, is probably our most serious note taker and pay attentioner.
Yeah, he's definitely,
party.
well, he's got two things going for him in that regard.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He's got the oldest character as well.
He's got the oldest character who's already bookish, and he's currently a college student.
Yes.
So he's already like taking notes and stuff.
Right.
So it's like he's in the habit of doing so.
He doesn't have. He's not been out of practice, I guess. But yeah, I guess I've
to be
myself.
honest, I was never in practice for taking
Yeah,
notes, so
same.
Yeah.
My
own personal foibles in that regard.
Right. Relatable. I don't know. I didn't picture it going that. I didn't try and make it that way, but I feel like it's kind of, at least the setting, me being Fonrel.
Yeah.
And being in the kingdom of the Fonrel.
Listen, it's my fault. It's my fault. You guys threw out the breadcrumb of like, oh, what if you're the last Kjorbaj?
Yeah.
And I think I said in an episode, or maybe I just said at the table afterwards, but like, I hadn't fully fleshed out that idea yet. But as soon as you guys said it at the table, I'm like, that's a great hook. Mm-hmm. That's a great hook. It fits. It's perfect. And I'm going to go with it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not to say like none of this would have happened if you guys hadn't said it at the table, but there's a little bit of it that wouldn't have happened if you hadn't said it at the table.
Well, that's the fun of doing this, right? We're in a collaborative medium, and we get to do cool things. Your brainchild and my PC.
Your player character. Yeah.
So,
well. But we're here after episode 9. You will have seen the other half of episode 9 come out earlier this week on Wednesday. 6 p.m. on Wednesday. If you weren't there, you are a square. So, I won't be able to watch the whole thing live because we have Wednesday night Bible study during that period of time. But I may have an earbud in just to make sure that nothing catastrophic happens.
I'm gonna see.
Well, the last time we released one on a Wednesday, I did go to class and then no one was there. So I ended up getting to participate.
I see how it is, Xander.
I'm just relaying the events as they occur. All right.
That's all life happens. Let's be honest.
Since we're on site,
speaking of life happening,
we've got our travel map behind me. I didn't want to lug the full. I think it's 4x3 foot map over to Sam's place. So we just
the one you have behind you is bigger than that, isn't it?
I thought it was 4x3. Oh, it was 2 3x2 prints, so it's 6x4.
Okay,
that's what it is.
That makes more sense. I was gonna say 6 wide seemed about right. But
yeah, 6. It is wide as I am. It is as wide as I am tall, at least according to my driver's license.
Wink.
I think I don't know if I've shrunk much, but I was at 1.6 feet tall.
Right. Same.
Or maybe 5 and 11 3/4. Maybe 5 and 11 and 11 12ths. 11 12ths. 15 16ths. That's what I was going for. I like to split my thirds into sections rather than my fourths.
Oh my goodness. We're on rails.
We are perfectly on task, and nothing could go wrong with this recording that will cause us to take a pause in between.
Everything new is and different.
All right, but let's dig into it. Yeah, so there's a bit of it. I would have had a question to ask you, which I would have been very interested in hearing your idea of it. But with episode 9.5, being out already, I can't ask Bjōlan what he thinks is happening
Yeah.
in the Nerton.
Right.
In Nerton. That is the name of the town.
I don't think I knew that.
I knew I'd put it in your backstory, but I could not pull the name Nerton, which is
And this
the
is the
Nerton
locks or the port city
Yes.
at the end of the canal, right?
Yeah, this is at the western end of the canal. This is called the Nerton side. In your backstory, I say that Ojmat is on the Nerton side of the journey. Only just. I mean, you're pretty centrally located.
Right.
I can't point to the map right now because it's not. I'm looking at it over here. We put it on the screen over here. It's in footnote 3 and 4 on page 1 is where I say those names.
Sure is.
It starts. The Peller starts in the Wojar Inlet on the far eastern side, which separates the Patpakin Peninsula from the most southeastern portion of the Febleson Riverlands, and it goes across the full Patpakin through. Let's see, through the Monrejbat, the Yalmet, the Shushkentodesh. The first two were rivers. This last one was a lake that it cuts through, and then exits at the Nertan River Nerhtan. I'm looking right at it. I can't even spell it. That RH being the like the so it's Rejla. No, it's Rejla's Rekolb. Technically, is what that capital city is, Rekolb. But that ain't an American phoneme, so I ain't too good at hitting it all the time. But technically, every time I say Rejla's Rekolb, it's Rejla's Rekolb. Rekolb. And my mouth is getting all phlegmy. I don't like that. Rekolb.
Now say that with a southern accent.
Rejla's Rekolb. I
Nailed
think
it.
that was at least an 8. So I can't ask him what that is.
No.
We now already know.
Right.
And I said it in Uponor's DM Debrief anyway.
Right.
That it is some Kjorbot. No,
No.
it's not some Kjorbot. It's some Kistirol
Yes.
that are assailing Nerton.
Which is exciting and terrifying.
Yeah. I'm currently building out that encounter. I don't want to give away all the details, obviously, before we do that.
I mean, I don't know how Bjōlan's going to feel about facing basically the twisted version of his people that he probably has never seen before.
Well,
but would know of.
Right. So you are... you don't know exactly what Bjōlan does not know exactly what the relationship is between the Kistone and the Kistirol.
Right.
From the perspective of Umbalin, from the Umbalin native races. They are a corrupted version of you because that reflects most closely the history of Umbalin.
Right.
With the Tyrol in general. I mean, you've already fought two different types of Tyrol, the Shah Tyrol and the Shah Tyrol warlord and the group of Most Tyrol. The night between. Hold on, can I get these names? These are names I made up on the spot. So I know that one of them is Noryu. That's where you were going to. The previous town's name was. Oh God.
It wasn't. No, it was
Rashbagash
was
later.
later.
No, Rashbagash is actually a big city. It's a name I already had picked out.
Oh yeah.
This one was Relin. I think
Don't remember that one.
Krillin is what it was.
Okay.
Rhilun. I believe that was what it is. I left my map with all the handwritten names at home.
Yeah.
That's totally beside the point. So the Tyrol were corrupted by Pashrul in the distant past as part of the desiccation of Zhashka Gishkar. It's a whole mess of a story. So we'll
save that for another time. All
that to say that the perspective that is generally consensus is that they are a corrupted version of you. They still don't know exactly how you guys got over here. They assume that you were sent through by one of the Furtherling patrons.
Sure.
Most likely Zerhos, which is why you guys revere Zerhos so highly. He is the one actual pure, the one that is most respectful from the Further. Like, there's lots of little tiny guys that are kind of there's Ozek, obviously, who's like the big bad over in the further. The counterpart to Ozek is Zerhos. And then there's like other ones that I've thrown that are out there that like there's one that's just win, so it's not necessarily bad,
but it's like a different
creepy.
realm.
Yeah, much more nature-based like demigod sort of scenarios going on in the further than over here, where there's a number of them, a finite number at a similar level of power. In the further, it's like there's two big ones, and then the bad big one, or then there's like a bunch of like nature spirits, sort of like personified nature spirits, or like not necessarily just nature, but there's like one that's, what's his name, Rejgaj, Rejgaj, I think is his name, something along those lines.
Rejgaj.
Yeah, I can pull it up somewhat quickly, but I won't worry about it.
Not right now.
It's like Rejgaj, and he is the embodiment of rage.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't have any eyelids. He don't got no skin. He's got sharp teeth. He's like a muscle monster that just like runs around killing things.
Got it.
Rejgaj. And there are some people who will revere Rejgaj in Umbalin.
Really?
Very small. It's a bad like cult. Don't want to meet those guys.
A little sect of...
Yeah, they sharpen their teeth to points.
Oh, nasty.
They're
business.
like, they are not good people. You never want to meet them, and they're shunned by all
Are they
society.
all Keystone? Or predominantly?
Predominantly. I won't definitively say that there is no one outside of that. Like, you could see probably some of the Tyrol revering Rejgaj.
Sure.
If that is indeed his name. I reserve the right to correct my pronunciation when I actually look it up. But I don't want to dig through my appendices from the novel to get that pulled up, because on this computer, it will take a while for it to load in. Where were we? So they view the Kiss Tyrol as bad versions of the Kiss Tone. We finally got there, I think. So yes, this will be Bjōlan's first encounter with the Kiss Tyrol.
Yeah.
Which is like sort of like it's certainly like a momentous occasion for your, not only as a Kistone, but as a Kjorbaj as well, because you do know that the history of the Kjorbaj is like specifically to fight and push back against the Kiss Tyrol. Yeah. So that will be...
It's going to be interesting to see how well equipped he is.
Yeah. I mean, getting level 3 is a big deal for you.
Yes.
You'll certainly be able to handle it better at level 3 than you would have at level 2.
Right.
Same for all of your buddies. We've got a lot of goodies. The funny thing about the episode, and I said this in Uponor, is that like their episode included combat and yours guys didn't.
Right. What were we doing?
Silly. Well, you guys, for you,
the role playing was fun though.
What happened is that he rolled well enough on his travel up to Ojmat, and we rolled well enough on the trip down until the last one, which was a natural one. Yeah. And we were already wrapping up at that point. So theoretically, may have. If it wasn't in that one, I probably would have done a lesser encounter. Yeah. Like you guys are going along and like some creature attacks you from the shore. Mm-hmm. You know, something much more
kind of challenge
mundane.
Rating are we talking about? Especially after
for the Nat 1?
Basically just getting lucky with the Shaw Tyrol. Yeah. You know, are we looking at like another really bad, probably worse, I would imagine?
I don't want to give away what's going on.
We'll save it for 10.
Yeah, we'll save it for 10. We'll leave it as a tease for 10. Right. And get back to, I guess maybe we'll call it, what do we call it? Like the Siege of Nerton? Maybe that's what we'll just call the episode. Because we'll see. It's a big city. Like it's a city. It's not a town. It's a city. So we'll see what happens.
So I guess leaning into main character problems. I want to figure out a way... I'm
planning to kill you off in this next episode.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
So, no, I kind of want to figure out a way to add a... I don't know if there's a good way to do it mechanically. I want some kind of volatility to Bjōlan. And I've been brainstorming it. And I guess this is the perfect time to, use you as a sounding board. I was almost even thinking of like some, not like wild magic in the literal sense, but kind of just like, I rolled a 3, so he's going to fly off the handle. It's going to be a disproportionate reaction. Well, and so and and I don't completely want the dice to dictate all of that, but I
Right.
kind of want there to be some immaturity and unrest. I think we've seen the rashness from Bjōlan, especially when he used his Kjorbaj powers at the meeting to basically threaten his his
What a
townsfolk
move.
into respecting and listening to him,
And just failing utterly.
and like became basically a laughing stock in front of all of his
You not only did you shrink physically after that minute, you shrank like personally as well. Like you felt put in your place.
Yes.
Which is
Like what a foolish thing to do. But I kind of want to play out. There's something that is almost like beyond the mechanic, because I feel like we've you and then a little bit of just me asking questions about the Kjorbaj and stuff. Like there's an interesting potential to do something beyond what the Rune Knight is.
We won't fully divulge what that information is here. Period. In the sentence. But so some of it is, I think you're already leaning into that a little bit with you getting big on stage.
Yeah.
So there's a good bit of you as the player of the character being able to lean into that. But
and maybe I just play it a little more chaotically, like just if you want to talk about like character alignment, maybe let me think of the chart.
There are some plans for this next episode that have been put in place to sort of assist with that concept.
Okay.
Yeah.
Intrigued. All right. Well, I'll look forward to that then.
I've got some really fun ideas. We'll see how far we get into them, because a lot will depend on the dice and the decisions that you all make.
We can keep thinking about this, but I almost wondered if there's a way that I could like overindulge in the Kjorbaj powers. And so like right now I only have 2 slots to use Giant's Might is what it's called mechanically, to big up. But I almost wonder if there's I don't know. I'm going to throw that out. I'll let you think on it. But I could, if once I've used both, but then I'm like, no, I got to do it again, and force it to happen a little. Well, honestly, I just pictured like
going Super Saiyan or something.
No, a Digimon actually. I don't know how familiar you are with that.
No. Digimon's a heresy. So.
Oh, right.
Because I'm a Pokemon guy. All right. So Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh are both heresies, obviously.
Right. There was an episode where the main character,
the T-Rex guy.
Yeah. And so Tai is trying to get his partner Agumon to Ultra Digivolve, I think is what it was called,
into like Angelomon,
which is like
or whatever,
the second level. Like he's like whatever.
Ultra.
It's like rookie to
get him to change it to. It's like
it's been a long time. Yeah. It's like Mecha Greymon or something. Anyways, he forces him to do it. He like puts himself in harm's way, and so Agumon freaks out, and he ends up turning into Skull Greymon, which is the corrupted version of the same thing. And so, anyways, that's kind of where my mind went of like, oh, I'm forcing myself to use these powers, and it doesn't, whatever that could be. That's just what came to mind. So
I just don't want to.
If you're a Digimon fan, leave a like and comment down below.
Digimon just came out with the game. It's apparently pretty good.
That's what I've heard, but I've not been a Digimon watcher, partaker.
Pokemon just came out with that Legends ZA, which is what I'm much more interested in at the moment. If Pokemon would deliver it at my house, please, that'd be great. I ordered it in June. I would like to have it.
Does it come out today or tomorrow?
I thought it came out today.
Oh,
does it come out tomorrow?
I don't know.
I thought it came out today.
I've not watched it. Anyways.
If it didn't come out today, which as we've timestamped it because we said Wednesday already, then I apologize. I retract my anger at you. You can deliver it tomorrow.
Right.
I just wish I had it today because I don't work on Wednesdays.
Misattributed ire.
There's a lot of I'm reserving the right to a lot of different things in the episode today.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's my idea. Little corruption kind of something.
The problem is that
I don't want to break the character though either, which is obviously a risk. And I want there to be I don't know. I'm thinking more. I really like doing the RP session.
Mhm.
Last episode of. I feel like it was good character development. It was pleasantly off the cuff.
Well, that actually leads me into one
Yeah.
of my questions here. How surprised was Bjōlan when Uponor showed up in Ojma? Because the note you sent was like, you guys just, I'll meet you in the capital.
Right. I mean, in the episode, I think he was surprised, but he was already so worn down by the townspeople that there was like no emotional bandwidth left.
Yeah.
And so he just was like, well, what did I say? I think I said something like a pleasant sight for sore eyes or something.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, after dealing with Shada, you know, for days.
However many documents she brought you.
Oh my! All of the documents, and then I'm sure she like came up with some more stuff.
And then in triplicates.
Yes, right. She is. She's on Bjōlan's short list, and
got to figure out what the rune is for.
You know what I should do? I should figure out who Shada's arch rival in the town is, and recommend he become the interim steward.
The interim steward.
Yeah. That's the real play now.
So I have to come up with more people. Well, because that actually leads into my secondary.
Is Bjōlan now vindictive? I don't know yet. He's so young.
Yeah. That question is a bit hard because like, how surprised can like it's asking a lot of you as the player, because like you're sitting at the table as I'm like, hey Uponor, are you sure you're going back to Rage?
Right. That part's hard, right?
So like you know he's coming up.
Yeah.
But how comfortable is Bjōlan with leaving Tukta in charge?
I think he feels good about it. I think he's concerned about Tukta because he knows the town, and they're not going to take well to an outsider leading them.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's a tight-knit enough community, you know, for better or for worse in that regard, that they're going to have their own opinions. They're already mad because Bjōlan's not doing it, and he should have been the one doing it. And so they're just going to be more mad that really you're going to put a Yungul in charge of us. We're Fonrel here, you know. And there's just going to be that... I think that national pride at play and that communal pride at play that I think is going to be difficult for Tukta. I guess what'll be determined is can Bjōlan ever pay him back for it?
Yeah.
You know?
I think probably what ends up happening is that like word arrives from the king of like who the new steward is, and then just like Tukta disappears.
Yeah.
Like he's just like, all right. You know what? I'm done.
Yes.
You're welcome for helping you out so much, and this is goodbye. And then just
the real question is how do we get him to join the party? You know,
I don't. Tukta seemed to be reticent to put himself out there for a pretty non-dangerous imposition upon himself.
Right.
So adding an element of danger to it seems to maybe be
we have our own aptitudes, right?
Yes. I mean, Tukta's is whatever Tukta's is,
right?
So, would I miss having this sort of accent at the table? I mean, probably, but like it's, you know, it's not all up to me.
It's funny because, I mean, to your credit, I guess he's an interesting character that seems like he has depth to the point to where it's like, well, what is his story? You know, why is he here, really?
Yeah, I think I said in Uponor's episode, like I said, I'll try to come up with an NPC that you guys don't like. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try to do that.
Well, I mean, there's Shada, so you know.
No, there is Shada. You're right.
There's always Shada.
Mission accomplished. There's Shada, but she's like
Telbrick was a little bit of an acquired taste.
Telbrick, you know, he was an interesting guy.
I wouldn't call him a tough pill to swallow, but
right. He's an old Southern man.
Yeah.
Sort of sounds like this. But
actually, that'll be interesting if we ever see Telbrick again as well. It's hard to know because we're gonna get. Well, I'm interested to see what's waiting for us at Rejla's Record because I don't know what state the king's in, and I've got my skepticisms.
Well, it does come out after episode 0.5,
right?
So you'll watch this before episode 10. So Do you want to know what happens in that episode?
I mean, I'm gonna watch it tonight.
You're probably gonna watch it tonight
when it goes live. Yeah.
So they only got the information from Melbim, and Melbim said that as far as he can tell, the king is doing better. That he has been able to, with Ashtakok, to put him in disguise so that he can go out amongst the people in short spurts. And that as far as he can tell, he is not any worse for wear at the moment. But he only sees a portion of it, so we don't know how.
Sounds tenuous.
Yeah. And that the surprise, like the interesting thing that happened in Rejas Rekolb is that the parliament over in the Kistaelnrid sent a guy to investigate his murder, Melbim's murder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And he doesn't seem very capable.
Yeah.
Sort of talks like this, and he interviewed.
Makara went back, right?
Yeah, Makara skedaddled,
right,
to hold up the ruse, but this guy was apparently near enough by that they're like, "Hey, you go over there and investigate what happened to see if you can do anything." And he's doesn't seem to be thrilled to be there. Doesn't seem to be very good at the job.
Nice.
And he's just still there.
Excellent.
So
that seems cathartic, really. Like we had to put up with Melbim and Makaro seeming maybe pretentious, stuck up.
I mean, this guy.
And then now we've got
So I started off. I intended him to be more like less refined, but then he just sort of turned into Winston Churchill.
Okay.
At the table.
Yeah.
And he was all of a sudden like, there's a certain level of what did I say? It was a certain level of decorum that you expect when government is entertaining for dignitaries and all of that. So yeah, he's basically just Makaro in a different voice. Not that much different even. But I intended to say, I wish I could get back to Roresh. Then you have to treat a man there. Well, not man. You have to treat people there. Roresh being, it's on the map. The capital of the Odayanbar Fingerlings.
Nice.
That says Roresh, right?
I think so.
Roresh. Rayoresh. I didn't have it. It's not on the map behind me because that map is an older map than this. This is the most up-to-date version. Royeresh.
It's not very clear.
Yeah, I can't tell that's an AE or an OE.
You're close.
I think it's an OE. Royeresh. Anyway, that's where the Council of the Tsåshek live, and the king, the old Svart king, Svart king, and the king.
I'm excited to see, like, what's next.
Yeah.
Whatever thread we pull next, like whether we're headed towards, the towers or out to,
Omvarag or other places.
Right. I mean, because we also have that shadowy sect to deal with.
The Vapian Brotherhood.
Yes, the Vapian Brotherhood. Right. Are they assassins? Did you say they're assassins?
No, they're just
cultists, extremists.
Yeah, they believe in Vap, who's this strange, unrecognized patron that has come from the far shores. And they're trying to figure out, like, no one really knows much about Vap because the Vapian Brotherhood is not very, they're not loose-lipped.
Right.
And they're not interested in divulging.
Do they also have, like, an underground, like is there a center for the Vapian Brotherhood, or is it, like, we don't even know where they meet? We don't know.
That would be getting beyond what you know. Like, I think Melbim didn't even have much information about the Vapian Brotherhood.
It seemed like they were familiar with them in the concept.
Yeah. Well, Melbim,
their actions.
I believe I stated Melbim is from Umbalin. I believe I said this. So he's never been to the far shores.
Okay.
Lokaro is old enough that he would have come from the far shores at some point.
Okay.
He wouldn't have been born in Umbalin. Because I mean, the
Has
incursion of the
anybody
far
ever
shores.
gone back?
Huh?
Has anybody ever gone back?
The Tsåshek tried at one point.
Okay.
They tried. It was called the Veshlatle, the conquest for home soil,
Huh.
and they were told by their patron and the show rock and the rock commanders, the rock leaders over there. Those are the good dragons.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll simplify it. That they were not to return. That they were basically ceding the far shores to the Shek. But they were like, we want to go back. Because they kind of flourished over in Bjōlan.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is actually going to be part 1 of book 3, is the story of the Veshlatle in the guise of an epic poem. So look forward to that in
Eventually?
a decade. I don't know. It's going to be a bit. I still have a lot to work on with that.
Right.
Anyway, they tried to go back. They left with like 125 ocean-worthy vessels and several thousand soldiers.
Yeah.
And they were beset by storms and illness and plague. And 3 boats returned.
Seems like bad stuff happened.
And upon the return, they brought back a plague with them that wiped out about 80% of the Tsåshek that existed in Uponor at the time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I have like a whole population chart that like tracks each race and uses actual birth metrics to estimate how many would be where. So I know exactly how many are are actually in the world, or well, like, approximately exactly, right? It's like several million. I've got the chart somewhere. Yeah. But like they're down to under. It's a couple 100,000. Like there's not a lot of Tsåshek in Bjōlan at this point.
Right. And
they've had trouble. They're just now starting to rebound because the way you get more Tsåshek is strange. It's essentially a religious ritual that involves various ingredients. Something called a cologne, which is like a ritualistic, sort of like a little fire bowl. It's got like a claw in it, and it holds. You have to use a gem. That's how they get started, and they wrap the gem in strips of paper parchment that has their holy scriptures written on it, caked on a paper mache style with like dirt from the home soil mixed with this particular type of flour from the far shores and their own blood. And you do that for like several months at building up this egg bigger and bigger, and then at the end you tighten the cologne because it has like this claw that holds it together, and hopefully it works. Sometimes it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you weren't devout enough, if you didn't do it right,
yeah,
and it may not work. And it didn't work for like a long time for most people, for most Tsåshek. So they've had to go through that, and it takes like 24/7 monitoring. It's a very difficult ritual to pull off.
Yeah.
But and then there's like charcoal briquettes that they have, the specific ones they have to make to have like this purple fire. But it's just like whatever.
This is like little lore goblin here.
That's definitely that's a lore goblin for sure.
Yeah. I guess for episode 9. Is that what we're talking about?
Yes. Yeah. Anything else that you have for me? Because that actually covers my.
That's
3
all
questions.
yours. No. I don't think so. Let me rack my brain. No, I just what I would like to do is find a way to continue to just develop Bjōlan as a character. I mean, he's human lifespan, and so as he's maturing into adulthood, figuring out, his motivations, his personality, beyond just like me in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And then also trying to figure out a little bit of, I don't know, a little extra magic dust
Pure
in there.
barginess.
Yeah, some pure barginess.
The technical
Just
correct
pure
term,
barging around.
barginess.
But yeah.
Yeah. Having it's abstracting the character away from yourself is I think the difficulty curve is high to enter, but then once you get into it, it sort of levels out because you've figured out how to abstract yourself. I'm still working on it when it comes to I've said this many times at this point, but the snarkiness of my NPCs. Trying to cut down on the snarkiness, because that's just me without a filter. and people do have filters. Yeah. So I think that Tukta, outside of the context of like you two talking, probably would have a much higher wall.
Right.
But he was in a secure setting. So that's
right.
what Melbim, he just don't got no filter.
No.
He just don't got
and
no.
that seems very fitting. And I would say even with like Astrocroc, there's clearly a difference of, well, with Astrocroc, it's like true power and authority.
Yeah, and at least he's apologetic sometimes.
Yeah.
He's like, I should have said that.
And so I guess some of that's warranted. I don't know.
We'll see. We've got...
Yeah. I'm looking forward to episode 10. I'm looking forward to 9.5 and getting to see that.
Episode 10, gonna be a big one. It could end up being like our longest episode yet. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. It got some plans.
All right. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, make sure, if you haven't already, check out episode 9.5. The DM debriefs for those two boys will come out here the next 2 Fridays. And then All Saints Day special, episode 10, The Siege of Rillen, we'll say is, at the moment, we'll see if I change it, but probably not. It's probably going to be like the whole thing is about that. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. A lot of dice rolling. That's my guess.
Okay.
I think there's going to be a lot of dice rolling.
Get creative, maybe.
We'll see.
We'll
see what happens.
All right.
Well, I don't have a sign off for these. Whatever. Bye.
Bye.